Ladies and gentlemen, this video is a beginner chess lesson that I did with the one and only Joe Bartolozzi. He is one of the most popular content creators in the world. If you haven't seen his TikTok videos over the last 6 years, you might be living under a rock. I think he's got something like 25 million followers on that platform, but now he is getting into chess. And the reason is Chess.com is hosting the 7th edition of the PogChamps tournament. You might be watching this and that tournament already happened. Hopefully you can learn something in this video. Joe started chess as like a 150 elo player, but you're going to see we get into some pretty advanced beginner concepts here, and he picks them up pretty quickly. I hope you enjoy. Here's what we're going to do. I want to look at some of the games that you played, but first things first.
Oh, no.
No, but
oh, no. Wait, you can look at my game history?
Yeah, no, it's all there.
Cooked,
but we got to learn. We have to learn from our mistakes. So in chess, here's the thing. You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna lose a lot. Like you're gonna lose 50 to 60% of the time when you start, and that's not something that happens in any other hobby that you do. Let's take a look. So you moved in the center. I like this. He immediately responded with the pawn. You can capture it. You can, like, if in general, I would be like, you can. You went here, so you got a knight out. I like that. It's also protecting. I like that. He went here. Dude, it's fantastic. The game so far is excellent. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of here. You got your bishop out. Now, I need you to get your other knight, your bishop, and you have to choose which way you want to castle your king. You know how to castle, right?
Yeah, you just slide the king on top of the rook.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then I couldn't castle left. I would have to castle right.
Yes, you would need to move your queen up to do that. That would be castling longside. Okay, so your opponent... Yeah. As you play, you also should be asking yourself, like, is my opponent doing a real opening or is he playing something stupid? This is something stupid. This is kind of weird. My recommendation, if you can trade a pawn in the center, if you can capture, just do it because it's going to make your life a lot easier. So if you go here and here, this is much more simple. Now, look, you can even like attack the king on the other side. It's not winning or anything, but now you went here, you protected your center. I don't hate this move. And now things get a little weird because here we need we still need to get our bishops and our knights out. Okay, we're moving a pawn over there. Your opponent is playing some Swiss cheese. I don't know what on earth this is. And this is where
things go bad.
But this is an advanced concept. I'm still going to tell you about it anyway, just so you understand. You see how your position is like a web? It's very locked. Like
that's bad.
So it's not that it's bad, but it's going to make your life a lot more complicated because when a position is locked like this, it's so hard to move your pieces around. But after this trade, take, now things open up a little bit. Okay, so he goes back. Here, I would ask you, okay, get the bishop out, castle. You can't go to battle with just a couple of pieces. But now we're going to start learning some stuff. On the next move, I want you to attack one of my pawns. I want you to make a move that threatens to capture.
You want me to take a pawn? Oh,
I don't want you to take a pawn.
I would do that.
So this move, the bishop looks at this pawn.
Oh, but then the other bishop could take
Exactly. So you play a little too fast. You spotted that move, but
yeah,
that wasn't the best move.
That's bad.
So threaten a pawn you can actually capture.
And not get captured back.
Correct. An unprotected pawn.
Well, this one is C6 is unprotected.
Very good.
But how would I get there?
Exactly right. So that's everything you just said is correct. You don't actually have a way to attack it.
I could move pawn to D5.
Right, but I think you understand, like, exactly. Pawns don't attack pawns because a pawn can just take a pawn.
But there is a move on the board right now that would be...
I'll show it to you.
Wow.
It's this.
Oh, and then you could take G7.
Yes. Now...
see, I look so much at the middle.
Yeah. But your pieces
looking at the back.
No, it's not even like middle. It's like every one of your pieces sees certain squares, and if you move them slightly, they will see. I mean, like, dude, you spotted this really fast. Oh, my bishop goes out. Boom. That's a good move. It's just that, yeah, I'm protecting because it's so close. For the record, the move I'm telling you about, it doesn't win the game. I will protect it. How can black stop this attack? How can I make sure that
they move their bishop to F6.
Perfect. And also this, I can move the knight out. Don't forget, my knight can also jump from the back, and now it's blocking. And the only reason this is possible is how many of my pieces are protecting my knight?
3.
Who are the 3?
Well, you have a pawn and a bishop, and then, well, your queen
back. Yes. I actually predicted you would say 2, and then you spotted that the queen actually guards the bishop, which guards this. That's great. That's excellent piece vision. So, yes. So, okay, I can like go bulldoze it and trade it, but it's just a fair trade. So, this is how we have to start thinking about things. As long as you are making moves that are not mistakes, you're not giving away pieces, you're going to gain rating. So you go here. That move is not a mistake. It's not a mistake because
This is what I actually did.
Yes, that move is fine.
Okay.
Move is fine. So he took. I need you to take back. And now we're going to learn how the board opens and, how pieces see each other. When this move happens, pawn takes back the knight. Which 2 pieces see each other now? I didn't see each other previously.
Sees pawn.
Yeah, but the bishop saw that square previously too.
Now, queens see each other.
Yes, now that's not the worst thing in the world, but let's not forget, you're going to have a position where this queen will suddenly be just not protected by anything, and that's how the board changes. So he goes here. That move is fine. Okay, I don't know what the idea of this move is, but as long as you're not playing like a mistake, I don't really care, He goes here.
Okay, in the moment I saw the queens looking at each other, and I went, I need to move that out of the way.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Like, again, you're not winning or losing because of this. Maybe you're playing a little slowly. Okay, so here's the first mistake. So you play the knight here, and I get it. You target both pawns.
Yeah.
But that knight, can it be captured?
Unprotected.
Exactly. He can play queen takes knight.
Yeah.
And he did. And then you were like, oh, and that's, yeah.
And then panic mode. And I
panic,
went,
and then you you lost your bishop. And this is how it goes, And by the way, this move looks like checkmate. Straight up looks like you don't have a move, But you blocked. Yeah. You found a nice move. And now he found a nice move too. He brought in his knight. Now, dude, he's threatening 3 checkmates at the same time. So if it's black's move,
rough spot.
Which moves are checkmate? Actually, you stop one of them. So this is one of the checkmates. Queen here. So you target his queen. He actually has mate here. He doesn't have to move his queen. Can you find it?
If he moves...
Yeah, it's mate. The lesson there is you didn't play opening principles because we didn't have this lesson yet. And because of that, you set yourself up for a really strange position. Your king was in the center, which is bad. And then you actually played completely fine. But then sometimes when it all comes together, like you hang a knight, that's what that's called. You hang it, you give it away, then you hang this, and your king is in the middle. Well, then, that's not going to... Exactly. If your king was like, if you didn't lose your bishop, maybe this could have still been a game. But then you lost your bishop and it was directly in front of your king. And that's sometimes what happens. So the lesson here is don't put pieces if they can be taken. But that's a skill you have to practice, And like, this is something we need to improve every time. Okay, so look, here's a guy who tried to scholars you, and he tried to...
I think this goes really bad.
No, you won this game. You won this game.
I won this game?
Yeah, you won this game.
That's a shock.
So you did what you just told me in the lesson. You did this move. You blocked.
Yeah.
But he sees this...
What's the best move again there?
Well,
instead of doing that.
Yeah, I will show you. Because it's slightly different. But first, let's count. How many times does he hit this pawn?
3.
Yeah, 3. And so you would lose that trade. You would lose boom, boom, boom. So we're not going to do that anymore. Now, this one's different because the previous one, it was from here. It's a different angle. So if he attacks with queen, you can protect with queen. And then you can develop your knight, kick his queen out. You got to still stick to the principles. Play in the center, bishops. In general, you should be like, yo, have I gotten all my pieces out? So in this game, you went d5. He shot his pants. He got scared. He went here. He didn't even take your pawn. And he went here. Dude, this is excellent. Position is fantastic. Excellent position. Now, at this point, I like the move you played. You kind of stopped his knight, right? That's what you didn't want him to go there. You covered that
I didn't
spot.
want him to, no, I didn't want him to go there because then he would have been able to take, and I couldn't have done anything.
You played a fantastic move, even though your logic is technically wrong. If he took, what would you do?
We'll just take with my king?
Yes, because neither his queen nor his bishop actually are helping the knight. They're both blocked. Now, look, you got your bishop out. This was fantastic. You should get your other knight out. You're playing this game like a 1,000 level player. That move is terrible. You just take it. Take. Okay, he didn't even take it. You just took his queen. This game, you played like a 2,000 level player. Like he just,
but Daron played like a 100 elo chud.
I understand, but you got to start somewhere. I mean, if every game you play like that, now you just have to recreate exactly how you played. You didn't like, okay, let's see. So you went with white. Okay, pawns in the middle. I don't like this double pawn thing. I'd rather we move our knight or bishop or But fine, okay. So as you can tell from my tone of voice,
we're creating a line of pawns right
yes.
now.
So now you know. Now you know 2 knights and push 2 pawns in the center if you can. So 2 knights, like 2 pawns if you can. Then the bishops, then castle. Every game needs a little structure. So this game is already weird because look, his bishop can come take your pawn. He didn't. Okay, you don't like queens staring at each other. You don't like this.
I hate it because I feel like also I don't like queens staring at each other because in this elo they'll just take my queen and lose it.
Yes, then you need to be very careful when the center begins opening up. Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. In chess, you can't just be like, "Oh, I don't want a queen trade, so I'm gonna lose another pawn." Like, no, you should probably just take the pawn. Material is, but what? And then you ended up, and then he spotted this.
Losing it anyway. Yeah.
What is this called? Do you remember?
Pinching.
Yeah, pin, but maybe pinching for long. Yes. How do you protect the knight? Easy question. Yeah, dude. You see, like, we're 30 minutes into a chess lesson. You're playing the much more natural move because your brain's like, I haven't moved my bishop. In the game, you defend it with the king. No. No. So in the game, you're like, I gotta use my king. But now you know, like, just from 30 minutes, you're like, wait a minute, I should not be using my king. He should not be holding the position together. His ass needs to be over here. He needs to be out of the fucking way. So yes, bishop there would have definitely been better. Is the move king d2 losing? No. So let's go. Now, he gave the bishop for the knight. Okay, you took. The only reason your king is not terrible here is because he doesn't have a queen. If he had a queen, it would be much more dangerous for your king. You have a free thing you can take here. Oh, we got to be spotting these types of things. You haven't gotten your bishop out, but do you have something free you can capture?
My knight could take pawn at e5.
Yeah, about 8 times out of 10 at your level so far. If it's free, it's free. There's no trap. Okay, you played pawn. He went here. You went here. Technically, you could argue it's also free. But, you know, look, this would have been one of these moments where he can then take this because your bishop used to protect it. But, okay. The game is good. This is a good game. I would not think that move is terrible. What can you do after that move?
He moved pawn to g5. I could take with my knight.
And?
My bishop from c.
Yeah. And then you attack his knight. That's just a free pawn. And that's what you did. Yeah. That's what you did. He went here. Okay, you can take his knight. It's a trade if you want. I like that move. Rook with the rook. I mean, this is a great game. You said, like, oh, these games are so bad. You went here. Pawn a6. You took his pawn. And then, oh, why did we go back?
I moved my rook back because I didn't want his rook to take mine. And my bishop was protecting it.
Yes. But you lost... Bad. You lost the rook to his pawn.
Yeah.
On b3, he can take like this. Here's what we're going to learn. If your rook is in his territory, like on move 20, so you just took, and he offers you...
What would you have done there?
Yeah, so I would have reinforced my rook with my other rook. How do you do that?
I would slide my rook from E1 to B1.
Yeah, so play it. There you go. Now you're protecting your rook.
I'm assuming he would take.
Yeah, and then you would replace it with another rook that's like also in his territory and doing some good stuff. You can move your rook. For example, how can you threaten one of his pieces with your rook? And I mean threaten capture on the next move, not this move. Yeah, the knight is free. There you go. Yeah. Now, are you going to win his knight? At this level, maybe. At 700, no. He's going to defend it.
Yeah, he's just going to move it or defend it.
But... yeah, I mean, okay, and in the game...
wouldn't the logical move for him to be move bishop back to...
D7?
D7.
Excellent question. Why is that a good move? Can't you just take the bishop with the rook?
No, because his knight defends...
Excellent. You just set up a tactical situation. I want to take his bishop, but it's protected by the knight, so I should think about it. Yes! Yes, because now this is called removing the guard. You remove the guard from his bishop,
and then I take.
Boom, free. There you go.
Okay.
What you just did is that's a tactic. Like if you were solving puzzles on chess.com, you would get this position, and then you would go, wait, I can take his knight. He takes back because it's check. Then I take his bishop. So in chess, the most forcing move, a move that absolutely requires a response from the opponent, is what? A check, right?
Yes.
Because if you play this, pawn push, that doesn't do shit. I can play anything I want. I can move my rook, my bishop, my knight. But if you take my knight, I have to defend against the check. I cannot move any other piece. That does not mean every check is good. It just simply means it's the most forcing move. And then after that, the most forcing move is a capture. Why? because a capture is like, oh, he took something from me, right? So I have to take back, right? Like I have to respond to it. He took material from me. Rook takes knight is a bad move because it would be taken by the bishop. And then the next most forcing move is exactly what you just did here when you moved your rook to c7. This is called an attack. So the third tier is like, you attack one of my pieces, I have to respond to it, right?
Well, they have to make the decision on whether or not they threaten me in a bigger way. Say I threaten them like this and they were able to put me in check, they don't need to immediately respond to this rook. They could just put me in a situation where I have to respond to something else.
Correct. That is something I call danger levels on my channel.
Like, couldn't they do this?
So that is a check, but wouldn't that be a mistake?
Well, then I would
yes.
take.
But in theory, yes, and allow me to edit this position slightly. So I'm editing the board to remove the pawn in the middle completely. You see it? So let's say white just played rook c7, attacking the knight. Black has a check here now as a result of the pawn being gone. That actually counters in a really nasty way. And this is chess at like the 1000 plus level. Can you see it? I'll flip it so you look at it from Black's perspective.
Well, a check would be like this.
Yeah, but then what would white do? Yeah, so that we don't want that. Remember, I just removed the pawn. So I want you to think about it like this. A pawn controls the square diagonally. Yeah. What do you attack on this square?
The king.
And
the rook.
This is called a fork. You are forking the king and the rook. A fork is when you attack two pieces.
This is just like so much info to like put in practice in like no time.
Dude, right? I'm gonna be honest. You are getting this much faster than like almost anybody I have ever taught. In fact, maybe not to put pressure on you.
I'm understanding it, but putting it in play, like if I were to play a game, I would still make mistakes even knowing what you just taught me.
Of course, but you get better every game. Like even my chat is mind blown. All right, here's a game. You got hit with this. You got hit with this garbage, this queen garbage.
Oh my god. No, wait, is this where I fail too? I think he took my rook.
Yep, he took everything. He took everything.
Yeah, and I wanted to resign immediately after this happened.
All right, like, so defend it. Let's go. Live practice. Live practice. You defend it.
Live practice, I go boom.
I don't mind that move, but I wanted you to defend with the knight first.
Oh, go like boom.
No, you're skipping a step. This is the first thing you have to solve.
No.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, see, this is so hard to think. Like, you have to run like 9 possibilities in your head at once.
Yep.
Of like, what are they gonna do?
Yep, but then you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. All right, now I go here, okay. And now you can play with the queen if you want. You can also start with the queen. It's fine, but you can.
So you go there. How do I respond? Now I go here.
Queen is good. Here's the way you tie all this logic together. In the game, you played pawn to g6, he took your pawn, he took your rook. So, your knight move enables the move pawn to g6. You see how it enables it? Because your pawn is now protected by the knight. He can't take it. And you're not going to get checkmated, right? So, you might still find a way to lose. He might go here. What's the threat?
He puts me in check and takes that pawn still, and then I lose.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. So block his attack. And don't block his attack with the center pawn. You've tried that. It doesn't work. Block the queen's vision of your pawn.
With anything? Like, I could do that.
Yes, because isn't it defended by the queen?
Yeah. If they took, then I could retake.
Easy peasy. That's it. And now your bishop can go here to g7. So, like, look, he'll go here. You can come here. And then you castle on the next move. Game 5. And I'm going to talk to chess.com about
300
this.
elo player.
Dude, 300 is not bad. Like, we are living in a crazy time now. Okay.
Some say 300's the new 2000.
Honestly, it's not even wrong. So he went here on the second move. What can you do?
I would move my knight to f6.
No, you would take the pawn for free.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you move your pawn out like this, and you see it keeps happening with white and black, if you can take, just take. Just take in the center. It makes things a lot easier. Because you moved your knight, but you have to understand, you took this territory on the first move, so he cannot put the second pawn in the center, and then you let him put the second pawn in the center.
Anyway.
Yes, and you, like, what? And then you let him do it. So, but then you took. Good. Then you took it on the next move, and then you protected. He took. You took. He moved here with the bishop. Wow. I just showed this to you. It's kind of funny. So now we learn from our lesson. Your bishop can take his bishop. That would be a fair trade. Fine. What else can your bishop take?
That pawn.
Yes. Do you recognize that position from like 20 minutes ago? I said the bishop can attack the pawn, but it was for white and it was in the corner like this. It's okay.
So I would take that and then, but I didn't. What did I end up actually doing?
And by the way, so you understand what's happening here? You're trapping his rook, right?
Yeah, I'm trapping his rook, and I could just take that next turn.
Correct. Exactly.
Unless they do something.
Yes. Now in the game, we're going to back up to a move, right? You took his bishop. You see that, right?
Yeah.
I don't even care. Fine. At this point, so your next 4 moves are gross and scare me. And that was before we did this lesson.
Yeah.
So your next move here was pawn to b6. That move neither develops your knight or doesn't get your bishop out or doesn't
it's a nothing burger move.
Yes, it doesn't exactly.
It does actually nothing.
Doesn't get you closer to castling. He got his bishop out. Good. And you went here. That does not get you closer to anything. And all of a sudden, he's infiltrating with his knight and bishop. And what is his next move?
Put me in check.
And fork your king and rook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's brutal. He's entering. Now, you did what a beginner does a lot. And you should not feel stupid about this. This is what a lot of beginners do. You go, the hell is his knight doing? I'm going to attack it. And then he said, well, I'm going to do the shit I wanted to do because that was my whole plan. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you stop his knight? I went back, so his knight is on b5 now. That's the move that he just made.
How do you stop this?
Yes. How do you control that square? Because you're controlling it with the queen, but that's not enough. Your queen is covering it. Yeah, nice. These are the moves I need you to be making. Yes. That's the way I need you to start thinking. Not, oh, he put his knight there.
I'm not looking enough at what their plan is.
Yep.
I'm looking at what I can do. Like, I was thinking, oh, that's threatening. I need to get rid of that versus like, oh, he's actually going to put me in check next turn.
If you make the connection of what do they want? What can they take? Like, if I move this piece, what can he do? You'll go to 500 basically immediately. There's another move here. I'm going to back up. I hope you can, you see the position if I backed up. Knight to d5. You see this move? So
yes. Oh, and that also could potentially take the bishop.
Correct. That's the best move. You got into this much trouble because you played 3 random pawn moves. You didn't have to do any of that, right? You could have, and then he checked your king. So I jumped to move 10. You moved your king. He took your rook. You moved your knight. So the next thing he did, you learned about pin, fork. This is called a discovery, like peekaboo. He took your pawn, and now you see his queen attacks your king.
Yeah.
And now you run, and he plays an even better move. This is a really nice move by him. Check, and you're mated. Your king is checkmated. The only move you have is to lose your queen. This guy is playing unbelievable.
All right, we're glazing this guy a little too much. He's not that good.
I mean, 302 is like, it's actually disgusting. He's 300. Now, he can take your knight, and then he promoted a queen. No, he didn't. I don't know why he didn't make a new queen. He
ends up promoting it, and then I just start moving pawns up. I don't even know.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, this guy played like easily 700-800. I want to go back to the 7th move. Knowing what you know now, play 5 new moves.
Like play from this specific point here.
Correct. And follow what I told you. I haven't gotten all my pieces out and I haven't castled my king. So what should I be doing here?
Oh God. Like gut move.
Okay, that move is great. So let's say I defend it with the bishop. Finish up your development. That's how we have to be thinking. Finish our development. Who have you not developed yet?
I would love to move knight to g4. Is that stupid?
That's not a bad move, but you're not finishing your development.
I need to get my queen out, so
queen.
My bishop.
Yes. That's a good move. But do you notice how you're making it a little spicy for yourself? Like the pawns are now interacting, right?
Yeah, the pawns are interacting, so maybe you only go 1 up.
Yeah, that might be actually a bit better. Might be a little more safe. Okay, I castle long side. Now choose a safe space for the bishop. Completely fine. Out in the open. Just because you don't know exactly what it's doing yet doesn't mean it's a big deal. I get my knight out. And you. This is how chess should look. Have you noticed that your king's castled to opposite direction as me? What do you think that means if we've castled to opposite sides? Like, does anything come to mind?
Bishops matter a lot? I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't,
diagonal play?
Yes, diagonal. Essentially, since we've castled on opposite sides, you can attack me and I can attack you. Normal chess games, we castle same side. It's very normal.
What is the odds that is there just like a random chance of pieces lining up in that way? Like,
no, so
you're saying like if you chose to castle long.
Correct. I'm going to jump back to the 8th move. Did it go back to the 8th move?
Yeah, you castled long. Yeah,
yes.
I see.
So if we both castled short side, look, I'm playing a move. White moves the knight. Black moves the bishop. Short side.
Castle.
Short side. Very different situation. You will not touch the pawns in front of your king here. Because if you do, your whole row is open.
Yeah.
So
you just leave that for, like, you would just let that do nothing.
Yes, and then you would
but
need to...
in the situation we were in, would I move those pawns up?
Correct. Because you would, your rooks would be open. Your rooks see the whole board. They open up a lot for the attack. So if you castle same side, you leave the pieces there, and then you try to use your knights, bishops, try to, trade a pawn, make a trade, open up the position. You're going to find for like the first, I don't know if you're going to play chess after this tournament. I would hope so, but you're going to find that up the rating ladder, you're going to be like, what the hell am I doing? Because you're going to be moving pieces, and they're just going to hang a bishop. They're going to lose a queen. And the less that you do that, the more organized you play, the more rating points you're going to,
Yeah, but you're saying in this position, I should or shouldn't go for trades. Like, right now, I'm assuming I should position myself where I'm able to take something that can't be taken back.
So the arrow that you just drew, so like, look, you drew this arrow, this move pawn to e5, completely reasonable move. Because if I take, what would you play? Yeah, and if I take... By the way, our queens are, so maybe I take your queen.
Staring at each other.
Doesn't matter. If it's a fair trade, it's completely fine. You choose which rook you take. Yeah, that was good. The protocol right now is...
Yeah, but I feel like even when I lose, like, I know I won that interaction technically, but in my head I'm going, oh, I just lost like 3 pieces that are useful to me.
No, because you have 2 knights, 2 rooks, and 6 pawns. And if you take your opponent's pawns, in the long run, what are you going to do? You're going to promote a new queen.
Queens.
Yeah. So... then your opponent is going to play a move like this, and you're going to be like, oh, he's attacking my knight. Wait a minute, idiot. Boom. I took his bishop. And then, now I'm going to set a trap for you. Your opponent plays knight here. What is the opponent attacking?
My rook.
And?
My pawn?
And the other pawn. The pawn that he actually got there in the game, remember? To c7.
Yeah.
So black to move.
You would get this pawn, and then you would get my rook next.
If you let him, yes, but you would get to move. So black to move. Let's see if you fall into a very common beginner trap, or if you defend against it. Wait, you defended the pawn, but you forgot the rook.
Because if you take, I would take. But
you're right.
Now you could take that.
Yes. You forgot your rook.
Yeah. So
go back.
Wait, go back.
Good. Yes.
Ooh.
Now, here is something.
That's a cold move.
Here is something that might happen in the game.
Move.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to warn you about this now because a lot of beginners make this mistake. So I'm going to back up. So his knight goes there. It attacks the rook in the center and the pawn. And a lot of noobs here, they go, oh, he's attacking my rook. I'm going to attack his knight. Just like you did in your game. I'm going to attack the knight. And then...
But then he'll just move it.
He's going to take the pawn and you get forked. He attacks both your rooks now. So he counters your rook move with the knight fork. This happens a lot. Anyway, I don't want to keep you any longer. That was fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for coaching me. I hope I put some of your teachings to practice in the tourney.